Fresh up off that boat, we came to colonize, nigga. Smoking on that shot of pack, it got me fried, nigga. Take a deuce and drop that shit in the alkaline, nigga. Get a nigga in line by getting out of line, nigga. Act shice, he tell you that I ride for mine, nigga. I go out for my niggas and go out for mines, nigga. I'm rich like a Rubio in modern time.
What's good, gang? It's your boy Grams back with another video. Please like, comment, subscribe. But I don't want to talk about it no more. Let's get into it.
That time of being blood after coming from Crip, it came back to him. Some homies just ain't feel him, and homies end up getting at him. Did you ever go into anything like that? Anything like that ever happen?
Bro, I never went through none of that shit in my career, bro. Even the Crips I bumped into, Bloods that knew, I never bumped into none of that shit. That shit never mattered at that,
So
like
did any Crips ever try to get at you for being blood, want to fight you, want to shake out because you turned blood? Everybody just took it like, he a blood now. He's still cool with us.
pretty
Like,
much. Like, I mean,
no
you gotta
Crips ever try to
understand, like,
fight you,
what we
none of
grew.
that?
You gotta understand. And I'm not trying to be on no tough shit like Flatbush. Like, I was some big, like, gangster nigga running around just murdering everything in the bush. Nah, it didn't go like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most of the bush is family. Like, we grow like family. Everybody know everybody in the bush. Know what's going down. Knows who's who. I don't care what block you on. Niggas know what's going down. What blocks not to go through. What blocks not to play with. You know what I'm saying? That you'll get that spanking on. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. So, um, it never was like that, bro. I ain't had them problems, bro. You know what I'm
But you
saying? Like,
understand what I'm saying, right? Like somebody taking it personal that you was Crip and now you blood. Nobody take it personal. You ain't have to belt to ass nobody. Nobody try to get at you. You ain't have to fight. None of that.
I mean, the only like things like I had drama with, like I said, I came from a block that was neutral. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't really gangbang and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I was blood on that block. The Crips ain't get along with us, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only real beef I really had is what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Parkside, you know what I'm saying? Dudes on them sides. And I mean Parkside, Clarkson, you know what I'm saying? Like dudes like, um on them sides basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm originally from East 21st, Woodruff and Caton, but you know what I mean? Like I grew on on St. Paul's, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I never ran into these, you know what I mean, them dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes never like it was nothing aggressive about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't go through nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like
you held down dudes from your hood in prison.
all of them know it. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them know it. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever know, you know. You understand what I'm saying? Like from Brownsville to Flatbush. You understand what I'm saying? Like they know I'm a real one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can take nothing from me. You know what I mean? Like that's why I don't worry about the comments and yeah, nah. But a dude asked that I have any rank. Yo, bro, I didn't get to that level of that. You know what I'm saying? Where it was history given and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't get to that level like that. You know what I'm saying? Dudes in New York was still saying 6-point stars and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like bullshit like that, fake shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I wasn't around when niggas was touching the land and actually getting real history. I was already in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
All right. So when you was a part of the Crips, it was just more so a street gang where dudes just jacking some West Coast shit and ain't have no West Coast connections. They didn't really. All right. So what you telling me is they were a lot less organized than the Bloods was at that time, and
right.
that's why you switched basically.
Nah, it wasn't they was, yeah, that too. That had a part, you know what I'm saying? That, and like I said, a lot of dudes, shout out my son Busy, they did my son Busy dirty too. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of um did the shit at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? Like joined up around the same time. You know what I mean? He was from my block. You know what I mean? They kind of did him dirty. Once they did them dirty, it was like, man, all right, y'all niggas playing with niggas that's official, that, you know what I'm saying, like that really, you know what I'm saying, trying to fuck with y'all niggas, and y'all niggas did niggas dirty. So it was over after that, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Once I came back from my cousin, you know what I'm saying, it was pretty much over. You know what I mean? I was a blood. You know what I mean? Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. And and in my area, period. I didn't care who you was.
And you turned blood in the middle of a whole Flatbush, a whole Crip area.
Ask anybody in the chat that's from Flatbush. Am I lying?
So you was blood in the middle of a whole Crip area.
Ask it every day. That gang shit, man. At New York, man, that shit, time to, get that shit up, man. You know what I mean? Like, saying?
Right, right, right. So let me ask you this, right, bro?
Yeah.
On some real shit. Who you think was more gangster, Crips or Bloods? Just being honest. Who you think had the toughest niggas?
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Um, it's like a even um side. You feel what I'm saying?
You think
You
it's a
had
tie?
yeah, because you had soft Crip niggas and you had soft blood niggas. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day. You know what I mean? You had more bandwagon blood niggas, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, a lot of Crip niggas, you know, they had to endure a lot of more pain, and that's kind of why I turned blood too,
So wait a
because
minute. If the Crips had to endure a lot of more pain, you saying the Crips is tougher than the Bloods?
I'm not see you. Hold on,
I'm
hold
just
on.
asking you. I
That,
mean,
no,
yo, get
I'm
the
saying
likes up, yo. It's
I'm saying
97 likes.
they
Get the
a
likes
lot.
over
Yo, listen,
100.
how I
It's
see it,
200 and something in the building.
how I
It's
see it
97
is
likes.
how I see it is that a lot of bloods got easier rides than the Crips. Let
So
me
the
put it
Crips is
like
tougher,
that.
you saying then?
Huh?
So you saying the Bloods had an easy ride and the Crips got a tough ride?
Yeah, I said it. I'm talking about as far as the gangs is concerned. I ain't talking about no politics with no police or nothing like that. As far as the gangs is concerned, the Crips
I
had
mean,
a
I'm only asking you. The
yeah.
reason
The
why I'm asking,
Crips,
hear me out, hear
we
me out, hear me
all
out,
know
bro.
the
Just hear me
Crips
out.
had a
Just hear me out. I'm gonna give you some explanation on why I'm asking you this. I'm asking you this because I was only blood. I was in Crip too. You were Crip and you was blood. So you have a different perspective on everything than I do.
right,
You understand what I'm saying?
right.
So overall, I'm asking you a question like, what do you think? I mean, you can. You said even, but I don't.
I mean, like none of that. Yo, first of all, let me explain something to y'all. None of that shit is gangster to me. You understand what I'm saying? None of this shit is gangster shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, another black man hurting another black man. Let's get that point out there first. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to pick and choose a side, you understand? I feel like the Crips had to, you know, swing their nuts more than the Bloods had to do that. Yes, they did. They had to swing their nuts more than the Bloods had to do up north. Yes, I believe that.
But
Yeah.
but let me tell you something. All right. But what about the first generation Bloods that didn't have a bunch of homies like they got now? I know you looking at perspective. You said you came through in '99. When you came through in 9899, really the
I
Bloods.
kind of look
Hear
at
me out.
I
Hear me out.
kind
Let
of
me
look
out.
at
Let me finish. Let me finish. The war was already won by the time you came through. So you didn't see, like in the 2000s, y'all didn't see when I was going into houses when it was only three bloods, one blood. You might be the only blood going into a house. In the 2000s, y'all seeing numbers where it's 25 bloods, where dudes already got the houses. When we the ones that had to go into the houses where it's a whole Latin King house,
no.
where
All
ain't
right.
no bloods, it's neutral dudes.
And
You
I
the only
kind of
blood.
understand. And I'm saying this is like that first generation of Crips that came through is somewhat like y'all going against the Latin Kings. You know what I'm saying?
I believe.
Eh,
But somebody just said it in the chat. I believe the Crips had it tougher for longer in New York. Somebody that's a good. That was a good comment. Who said that?
But what I'm saying is like I feel like they put on
Ark G said that. Yo, salute Ark G. Go ahead, bro. How you, bro? Go
that
ahead.
first wave of Crips put on up north. We all saw it. Some of them niggas wasn't denying they flag. Some of them niggas was coming in and they was pushing that button.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
keep it
Nah,
real.
I was around. I fuck with a lot. I like the tough. We didn't really care about the Crips in the first generation, so they was around unless they violated and did something to somebody. We didn't really care about the Crips, bro. We didn't. That wasn't our enemy. That wasn't our. That wasn't our war. That came from the streets when the homies, whatever the younger homies had going on with the Crips in the streets, they bring that shit to prison, and we had to deal with that shit. That wasn't our beat. We ain't have no problem with the Crips, bro. We didn't. It was Crips around us. 2001, you had um what's his
That's
name?
a fact.
Chef. You had Chief. You had a bunch of Snoop. You had a bunch of Crips in 2001 in Auburn was just living. They was good. They was chilling. They was chilling
No,
with us until somebody started something. Shaw Bay that I had on Zip with the Drip with the other day shot the Crip kid that was low riding, and that shit started a whole war between the Bloods and the Crips. And all. We didn't care about them, bro. We wasn't worried about the Crips, bro.
yeah, but I'm just saying that wave that came through. I mean, they had it rough. I'm not saying anybody is realer or what's the name. I'm just saying they had it rough. They had it real rough coming up. You understand, especially on the island and my era. You know what I'm saying, and coming up north after that. You understand, because like I said, we brought y'all in to a lot of dudes brought y'all into that 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 war. You understand, when y'all really didn't care about it. You feel what I'm saying? So them dudes had no choice but to perform if they really wanted to be and say who they was. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Right.
What this brother said, I wanted to come back to this.
Good.
He said it was 20 years. If it was 20 years ago, Mikey would have pushed the button on Smitty right after he disclosed that info. I seen it happen personally. Got
Who was
Vegas some
saying that? What's
BK
their
shot.
name? What's their
Huh?
name, bro? Who was saying that?
I don't know. HBOMFN.
HBO
Yo, New
MFN?
York native 718. He on my body. Him in Brownsville. Yo, Ville on my body. Yo, he been calling me Smitty Low Brimstone for all life. He is on my body right now. He probably make a whole page about me.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the whole shit I was just asking you about with that. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. I like I said, I want. So you saying the Crips you feel had to endure more than the homies? I believe they went through it longer because the East Coast, really New York, became more blood than Crip, and New York had control. The Bloods had control of the jails. Once they got control of the jails, it really been all blood, and Crips coming in had a hard time. You see what I'm saying? If they wasn't really know, if their name ain't sound like something, because if your name sound like something, you really can live in a lot of spots. If the homies jack you, if you know the right individuals, they're gonna treat you a different way than you a regular dude that just violated or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And it depends on how you come on a set. If you come on a set like I'm Loke, I'm about my bread, and you get to the right big homie, and he gonna be like, "Yo, let him ride, let him no, let him live." I seen it happen in a few different jails. You know what I'm saying?
right,
It just depends on how you move in the system. If you cap the big homie, then you're gonna have a problem. If you did certain shit on your path, then you're gonna have a problem. But if you come in here like, yo, I'm Loke, I ain't with this jail shit, I'm on the street timing. You go talk to the homies, and a lot of spots. You had real G's running this shit at one time. I don't know who running it. I don't know what's going on now. I've been out the game in a while. But when we was in there, and you had real gangsters running the sets, the dudes is not worried about that shit. Dudes do like, yo, let them young boys live. Let them do them. You know what I'm saying? If they violate, we was about action. Just being honest, no promotion of violence and none of that shit. But we was really about action. So it was nothing for us to be cool today and we coming to get you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest, like this. We was like a flight switch and we gonna pop. That's how we was really on it in prison. So it wasn't really no problem. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we're gonna come and handle you Once you get out of line, we coming to handle you early. I'm just being honest, not no glorification, just how we moved in prison. You see what I'm saying? Like we gonna let you ride, God, bro. Go over there, y'all do your time. But once you violate the hood, once you violate the homies, then we was coming for you. Wasn't no if, ands, or buts about that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you know what, Mikey B. A lot of these dudes
I'm just
on
being
here
real, bro,
fronting,
to how we lived, you heard? That's the real history of how we lived. I'm just being honest, you heard?
right?
Go ahead, bro.
But you know what, Mikey B. A lot of these dudes up here, in the comment section, and probably tomorrow, it's gonna be in the comment section. Dudes gonna talking, but a lot of dudes know in New York when Bloods and Crips first came to New York, a lot of these dudes that used to be big Crips and everything, they used to be running around, screaming that they Bloods. A lot of dudes and dudes in the hoods, y'all know who they are. A lot of y'all dudes know. If you know, you know. But I
Right,
ain't gotta tell y'all. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
And a lot of, like I said, there's a
Nah,
lot of
you're not the
blood.
first person I heard. I done seen some name brand dudes. I ain't putting their name up here on the internet, but I done seen some name brand dudes go through it because they was Crip and they turned blood. Some dudes we knew was Crip and they turned blood. Some dudes we didn't know. That was like one of my questions for you because once you come into the homies with, let me tell you something. Things are always easier when everything is out front. I used to be this. I'm not this no more. I'm not doing this because of this, that, and the third. My family is blood or whatever. The homies is where I want to be. That's where my heart at. Whatever you feel. I used to be this. I used to be that. That's the best way to deal with it.
Yo,
Once
he
you try
said
to
put
come in and you don't tell nobody, and nobody don't know that shit, when that shit come out, it's gonna be a problem. When it comes out and you still active and you live and them feel somewhere and dudes find it out, it's gonna be a problem, bro. There's
nah
no way of
facts.
getting around that, bro.
Now, shout out to the whole Vid side, man. Know what I'm saying? Everything on the Vid side, man. I mean, I love the Vid, man. I love all the niggas in my hood that's low, that's still doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they love. That's what they feel. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do what you do if that's what you feel. You know what I mean? That's just not my lifestyle no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it like this. If I let, you know, um a policeman, you know, put cuffs on me like I told y'all, make me bend over and spread my cheeks and lift my balls up, pause and do all this funny money stuff. You know what I'm saying? And not pop the bottle on him or transgress against him. But I'm quick to go against my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't with all that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I refuse to do it. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, man, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Especially for no color, not no flag. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not getting no money off of. Only thing I'm seeing is jail.